know, the exigencia causes the passivity. Because it becomes so stressful and there's such a high demand, there's a place where we abandon ourselves. And we need to be constant. We need to be excellent. Neither exigente nor passive, but constant. I move into action, I give 100%, but from a place of joy and love. And this is a classic sabotage. We do this, it's either all or nothing. So we give all, we don't get what we want, and then we do this. Oh, I don't know what I want to do now. And it's something that's very immature. Because you don't go anywhere. You suffer, and then you sulk. Okay, so it's very important to move into action, but with joy. It's simple. In each moment, I'm going to discover myself. In each moment, I'm going to achieve more. In each moment, I'm going to be excellent. I'm going to give. In each moment. And you do it from a place of consciousness. Not about the final result. Something unattainable. But just something we're doing in each moment. And the funny thing is, you get exactly where you need to go. And you don't even notice. Because you're enjoying each step. Because when you're in exigencia, fanaticism in English, it's stressful. There's nothing joyful about it. And why do we do anything? For joy. What do we want? To be happy. So why don't we start from that space? Oh, I'm already happy. Oh, now I'm happy. And now I'm happy. Oh, and I'm still happy. Not I'm crazy. And now I'm depressed. And see this. And write these things down. See what you do. You know, you're a mature woman. You have to see what you do and change. Write it down. Know your patterns. Know your sabotages. Know your dramas. Know your limitations. Write them down. And read them. Oh, I do this. When you have that funny feeling, you look. Oh, yeah, I do that. And write the solution. Write this. No, don't just listen to me and forget. I want now also to give thanks. Super, very, very grateful. And I can see how always you have always something else to give, more to give. In every event, always more. You give more. There is always a surprise, and that inspires me so much. Gracias. Question is, the system teaches us to identify these four emotions, the fear, the anger, the sadness, the joy, and to feel, to move, to let go, not identify with those emotions, but with the joy, because the first three, but with the joy, is also not to be identified or... You know, the thing is, joy is a natural way of being.
La cosa es que la dicha es un estado natural de ser.
But you know, don't identify with
Pero
it.
tampoco te identifiques.
Don't identify with
En
anything.
realidad no te identifiques con nada.
Because then you're making something good
Porque si no estás transformando algo bueno
and something bad.
y algo, otra cosa mala.
And you don't need that
Y
separation.
esa separación no la necesitas.
You just need to witness
Solo
the human
necesitas
experience.
atestiguar tu experiencia humana.
Or else you say, oh, I'm happy, this is
Porque
good.
si no vas a decir, estoy contento, esto está bien.
You know, naturally you're going to be joyful.
Naturalmente vas a estar dichoso.
But don't be
Pero no
needing
estés
that.
necesitando eso.
Be okay with everything.
Estate bien con todo.
Not good,
Ni bueno,
not bad,
ni malo.
just is.
Solo es
Constant.
constante.
Changes,
Cambia
just is.
y es.
This too will
Esto
pass.
también pasará.
This too will
Esto
pass.
también pasará.
Yeah, don't attach to
No
anything.
te pegues a ninguna cosa.
Nothing.
A ninguna cosa.
Y ya, a veces me encuentro en situaciones donde les veo
I find situations where I see the parents of
no siendo tan conscientes.
my niece and nephew not being so conscious.
Entonces, no sé si me podrían hablar un poco sobre, o sea, qué podemos
Can you
buscar
talk
nosotros
about
que
what
no
can
somos
we
padres?
give that we are not the parents?
So you can just speak your truth
Puedes hablar tu verdad
in a loving way
en una manera amorosa
and let go.
y soltar.
You know, give what you can give
Da aquello que puedas dar
to the
a
children
los niños
and talk to the
y
parents,
habla con los padres.
but not from a place of superiority,
Pero no desde un lugar de superioridad.
just from an open
Solo
place.
en un lugar abierto.
Find a way to touch people,
Encuentra una forma de tocar a la gente.
but then let go,
Pero después suelta.
because the things are as they are.
Porque las cosas son como son.
You know, you can't make people change.
No puedes hacer que la gente cambie.
The greatest thing is your example.
Lo más grandioso va a ser tu ejemplo.
They see that,
Ellos van a ver eso.
what you're doing,
Aquello que
how
estás
you're
haciendo.
being.
El cómo estás tú siendo.
But speak your truth and let
Pero habla tu
go.
verdad y suelta.
Hola, Isha.
Isha.
Te quería agradecer especialmente porque
I want to give you especially because I feel you gave me the base I was looking for since a child, like the base that is so strong and I want to have, and I feel you gave me, and always I will be super grateful for that. Thank you. And my question is, sometimes I'm in the edge to see that I'm going to fight con este pobre chico, este chico tan hermoso que me dio esa camiseta divina. Pórtate bien con él, por favor. I can see, but I do it. I jump on him. I'm being super exigent with him more than with whoever, any other person. And I'm just starting to understand what I do this because I'm afraid to commit with me and all that. And can you talk more about
You can see you're going to create an
Si podés
argument.
ver que vas a crear una pelea,
Stop.
para ahí.
Just stop.
Solo para.
Because what do you want?
Porque ¿qué es lo que crees?
You want to fight.
¿Quieres pelear?
But somewhere you do want to fight.
En algún lugar sí quieres pelear.
You know, all humans know
Todos los seres humanos saben
what will provoke.
aquello que provoca.
And see that.
Y tenés que verlo.
And do something
Y
different.
hacer algo diferente
Because
ahí.
it's just a habit you've learnt from your
Porque
family.
ese solo es un hábito que aprendiste de tu familia.
It's a dynamic.
No, es una dinámica.
And we
que
associate it
creamos.
with love.
Y asociamos esas dinámicas con el amor.
But it's got nothing to do with love.
Pero no tiene nada que ver con el
It's to
amor.
do with
Tiene
drama.
que ver con drama,
conflict.
con conflicto.
On some
En
level,
algún nivel,
we think that friction
creemos que esa fricción
means they love us.
significa que nos ama.
If I'm controlling
Si
you,
estoy controlándote,
if we're
si
fighting,
estamos peleando,
on some
en
level,
algún nivel,
we associate that with love.
asociamos eso con amor.
And it's not.
Y no lo es.
It's just drama.
Es puro drama.
And it creates
Y
separation.
crea separación.
And this is why people separate all the time.
Y es por esto que la gente se separa todo el tiempo.
Because it's like this, like,
Porque
oh,
es así. Llega a ese punto.
it's like that.
Es así.
You know, look for the joy.
Busca la dicha.
Look for the love.
Busca el amor.
Look for the fun.
Busca lo
Look for the
divertido.
positivity.
Busca la positividad.
You know, he's grown
Él ha crecido
fast as he can,
lo más rápido que puede ir.
and he's going great.
Y va fantástico.
You're not his mother.
Tú no eres su madre,
You're his girlfriend.
eres su novia.
Be his girlfriend.
Sé su novia.
Stop being his mother.
Deja de ser su mamá.
Huh?
Gruñona.
Yeah. Nagging wife.
Esposa gruñona. Eso deriva en esposa gruñona.
Unbearable.
Insoportable.
Nothing's ever good enough.
No, nunca es suficientemente bueno.
Go and pick your clothes up.
Anda a levantar tu ropa del piso. First, I want to give thanks. I love you so much. And these 6 weeks have been and nothing when they had to what happened. But in my heart, I always want more freedom. So I understand why it's all happening. I think I surrender to all that happens. And all what happens in these 6 weeks, I feel, are telling me is a moment to step in your greatness. In every aspect, you are in charge. So I fly out tomorrow to my life, to the illusion. I want you to talk to really use all that happened to be more and more stepping in my power. And not go back for projects.
You know, the thing is you have to be open.
La cosa es que tienes que estar abierta.
And you have to
Y
realize
tienes que darte cuenta
that you're perfect
que eres perfecta
within you.
dentro tuyo.
You've got to stop proving yourself.
Tienes que dejar de estar demostrando.
You have to stand alone.
Tienes que pararte ahí sola.
And you can do
Y
it.
lo puedes hacer.
Because you lose your power when you start doing
Porque cuando
this.
empiezas a hacer esto, pierdes tu poder.
You start
Empiezas a
compromising.
transigir,
You start looking outside.
empiezas a buscar en el afuera.
And now's a moment for you to be with
Y
you.
ahora es el momento para que estés contigo.
It's a very important moment for
Es un
you.
momento súper importante para
You
ti.
can't get lost.
No te puedes perder.
Because really you have so much
Porque
power.
de verdad tienes tanto poder.
And then you abandon
Y
it.
después lo abandonas.
And you have to stop doing
Tienes que
that.
dejar de hacer eso.
And you have to be open to
Y
listen.
estar abierta a escuchar.
And not make excuses in your head.
Y no armar excusas en tu cabeza.
Think big.
Piensa en grande.
Think big.
Piensa en grande.
Think unlimited.
Piensa ilimitado.
Think unity.
Piensa unidad.
Think massive.
Piensa algo masivo.
Don't think little.
No pienses en pequeño.
Think big.
Piensa en grande.
That's it.
Eso es.
You're big. Think
Tú
big.
eres grande, piensa grande.
Stop limiting yourself.
Deja de limitarte.
Yeah. Good.
You told me in a meeting that I resist love. Can you talk about the fear of love?
You know, most humans don't think they deserve it.
La mayoría de los humanos no piensan que merecen el amor.
On some level,
En algún nivel,
they think there's something wrong with them.
piensan que hay algo mal con ellos.
So, subconsciously,
Esto es subconscientemente.
they start pushing it away
Empiezan a echarlo, a alejarlo.
through
A través de
manipulation,
manipulaciones,
through
a
fighting,
través de las peleas,
through control,
a través del control,
through
a través de
ideas.
las ideas.
And to open to love
Y abrirse al amor
is just to say
es
yes.
simplemente decir que sí.
Just to open.
Solo abrirte.
Stop defending
Deja de defenderte.
and just say
Y
yes.
solo di que sí.
Be soft.
Sé suave.
Flow.
Fluye.
Say
Di
yes.
que sí.
Stop looking for a
Y deja de
reason
buscar un motivo
not to flow.
para no fluir.
And that's all.
Y de eso solo se
And keep
trata.
going in.
Y sigue yendo hacia
It's not that
adentro.
you're not open to love.
No es que no estás abierta al amor.
You don't think you deserve it.
No piensas que lo mereces.
And now you do.
Y ahora sí,
Be happy
sé feliz
and change.
y cambia.
You've changed a
Has
lot.
cambiado muchísimo.
So much.
Tanto.
You see it?
Lo ves tu cambio, ¿verdad?
Now you say yes.
Dice que sí, muy bien.
Don't ever do that again.
Más vuelvas a hacer eso.
Yes!
Está por nacer mi nieto.
My grandchild is going to be born soon. And I heard that the new medicine talks about the mother cells that come from the umbilical cord. So I said to my daughter,
let's do mother cells. Because they tell it's the medicine of the future. As she told me, I don't want to interrupt anything, everything that is natural. So, I have like an anguish to lose the opportunity. Because it's in the moment that is born. If no, you cannot do it. So it's hard for me to discover if I'm wanting to be right or really am right. And if I should insist or I should let go. And for her to do whatever she thinks.
What do you need to do, Lida?
Let go?
You know, you're still being her mother.
Sigue siendo su mamá.
And she's becoming a mother.
Y ella se está transformando en mamá.
And it's her
Es
responsibility.
su responsabilidad.
And no one doubts that you always have the best
Y
intention.
nadie duda que tiene siempre la mejor intención.
But you just said something very
Pero
interesting.
acabas de decir algo muy interesante.
Should I insist?
¿Tendría yo que insistir?
It's her child.
Es su hijo.
She's the mother.
Ella es la mamá.
You've got to let go.
Tú tienes que soltar.
Whether you're right,
Más allá que tengas razón,
whether you're wrong,
pues estés equivocada.
it's in her
Está
hands.
en manos de ella.
You give your opinion
Tú das tu opinión
and then you let go.
y después sueltas.
And you know what?
¿Y sabes qué?
That is what creates a beautiful
Eso es lo
relationship.
que crea una relación hermosa.
A relationship where she'll be open,
Una relación que es abierta,
where she won't feel
donde
pressured,
ella no va a sentir ninguna presión.
and more
Y lo
importantly,
más importante,
where she'll feel that you trust her
donde
judgment.
ella va a sentir que confías en lo que ella piense o decida.
And that's the greatest gift you can give to her.
Y ese es el mejor regalo que le puedes dar a ella ahora.
That
Esa
confidence
confianza
that you trust her.
de que tú confías en ella.
En esas 6 semanas noté.
In these 6 weeks, I
El
noticed
corazón se me abrió.
as my heart got open,
Y puedo apreciar
and I can appreciate
muchísimo y
a lot,
percibir el amor.
and I can perceive the love.
Que antes creo que era una cosa.
That before I think it was a mental thing,
Yo lo veía y
I could see it, and I was seeing fantastic things, but it was my head, no? And now I feel it in the heart.
¿Cómo puedo hacer para mantener?
How can I do? I want to maintain this opening. How can I do?
En mi casa.
In my house, in my world, in my real world. How can I maintain that opening and that appreciation that is so authentic that now I'm feeling?
Why do you think it's going to close?
¿Por qué pensás que se va a cerrar?
It's open.
Está abierto.
That's it.
Ya está.
Just keep putting the facets
Sigue
there.
poniendo la faceta ahí.
See how you're anticipating something going wrong.
Fíjate cómo anticipas que algo va a salir mal.
Trust.
Confía.
You know, if your heart's
Si
open,
tu corazón está abierto,
it's open.
está abierto.
It might not feel so
Tal
intense
vez no lo sientas tan intenso
when you go out,
cuando salgas,
but it's already
pero
open.
ya está abierto.
It's not going to
No
close.
se va a cerrar,
It's open.
está abierto.
And just keep putting the
Y
facets
sigue
there.
usando y poniendo la faceta ahí.
Just keep your attention there.
Mantén tu atención ahí.
You know, it's not a flower that opens and
No es
closes.
una flor que se abre y se cierra.
Okay, it's open.
Está abierto.
Good.
I want to say thank you also because I
Quiero
feel
decir gracias también porque siento
I'm almost a little bit overwhelmed
casi sobrepasada
by the 6
por
weeks
estas 6
because
semanas.
a lot of people were talking about the 6 weeks
Hablaba de
2 years
hace
ago,
2 años.
and I always felt like
Siempre pensé que
nothing can top the 6 months now.
nada puede
Like
ser
it's
más
like I
que
had
los
this
6 meses,
experience,
porque tenía esa experiencia.
but now I feel like
Pero ahora siento
another,
como
like just another step more and bigger and yeah, I feel like I let go a lot more and it was really beautiful.
realmente hermoso.
It's
And
called evolution.
Se llama
Yes.
evolución.
It's not about 6.
No se trata de 6.
It's just that you're evolving.
Solo estás evolucionando.
And very beautifully.
Y muy hermosamente.
I want to ask,
Quiero preguntar,
you were saying to me once and many other times that we are scared of our greatness. And I want to ask, like, why? Like, because I can feel it, and like, if you can talk about this more.
You know, the thing is, when we're victims, when we're insecure, when we're dependent, we feel safe. Because we don't rely completely on ourselves. And I say greatness has the courage to stand alone. And it's always that greatness that provokes change, but big change. But it takes a lot of courage to stand alone, to be an innovator, to be proactive, to trust completely in yourself. It takes consciousness. It takes that internal power that can sustain anything. And humans are afraid of that. Because we're always looking for external security. But once we cultivate enough consciousness, enough internal security, we become unlimited. Because the fear starts to dissolve. And our truth, our focus, our love, our power becomes a driving force beyond perceptions, opinions, traditions, ideas, and it's always breaking new boundaries. And that's the courage to stand alone. So people are afraid of that. That's why it's so important to have that internal power, that force, that you can be sustained. You are unlimited. And that's why we do this. To find our own greatness. And how we demonstrate that. How we give that to the world. Has many different ways. Very distinct. Very unique. As is our essence. It's very unique. Our authentic self. In its complete power, is the greatest gift you can give to the world. That's why we do this.
Estaba hablando de cómo empoderarse uno, cómo mantener el foco en lo más alto, y yo quiero llevarme este como crecimiento interno al mundo de afuera, que crezca, y empoderar el mundo a mi alrededor. Y no fallecer en el intento. ¿Me puede hablar un poco de eso?
Se trata solo de eso.
Si
yo estoy empoderado,
I empower the world.
Empodero al mundo.
So it depends on you.
Así que solo depende de ti.
And it's automatic.
Y eso es automático.
It's energetic.
Es energético.
It's consciousness.
Es conciencia.
And just your essence creates that.
Tu esencia crea eso.
You provoke change.
Tú provocas cambio.
Through your own change.
A través de tu propio cambio.
There's no separation.
No hay separación.
There's one conscious mind.
Hay una mente consciente.
You know? One person enlightens.
Una persona se ilumina.
It touches billions.
Y toca billones.
It's elevating the
Está
consciousness.
elevando la conciencia.
That's what I say.
Por eso siempre digo,
we have to elevate consciousness.
Tenemos que elevar la conciencia.
Through our own evolution.
A través de nuestra propia evolución.
And everything comes up automatically.
Y todo automáticamente se eleva.
Because there's only one.
Porque existe solo uno. I wanted to give you thanks from my heart for how much I received from you, from all the teachers, especially from you. In these weeks, these 6 weeks. And the last week, in reality, it was that I was able to see on the ice, that good boy that you always say since years ago, and to see how I was hiding or avoiding to say what I was feeling to those people here in the meetings when I was feeling something negative or an emotion that I was thinking that could annoy others, and how I avoided to say. I saw it super clear. Wow, late but got them all. Nunca es demasiado tarde. Qué bueno, Daniel. I was able to see that this week. And what I was able to see thanks to Gustavo, so that it helped me to see that I always keep stuffing a little bit when something annoyed me with somebody, to remain with a little bit of resentment within. I was able to see that in the eyes very clear and feel it, move it, for the first time in my life, consciously. Wow, I love that. Wow. Can you talk a bit?
Oh, you know, it's an incredible thing.
Es algo increíble.
People love their resentment. It's like the last caramello, no? I've still got it. And nobody knows. And they think it's empowering. It's like an armor that's protecting them. And it's the most poisonous thing that exists. Why? That tiny bit of resentment stops you from being in the present moment, stops you being in joy, stops you being in unity. It separates you. And every little piece of resentment is just a little bit more poison, a little bit more poison, a little bit more poison. It causes depression, causes drama, causes separation, causes a billion negative things. So to see that last little piece that you're collecting as if it's something precious, to see that and to just let it all go is the most empowering thing. Because it means your system's clean. You're vibrating in love. And that's what you want. That love. So the only person that you're stealing from is yourself. Because you're not allowing yourself to vibrate in unity. My protection, my resentment, my list. And it's great you see that. Because if you learn to let everything go in the moment, you're completely clean. You're vibrating in love, in joy. You're enjoying everything. And you're giving. When you get a little bit of resentment, you're always taking. Always taking. And people that take don't live in abundance. People that give live in abundance.